Reagan said government is not the solution, government is the problem. What that, all the cues that we get in our society that starts out from our plutocracy, whether that's been given to Reagan by those people who wrote the Powell memo or following the guidance of, it's amazing because think about what you say, whenever you say government is not the solution, government is the problem. But what is government? Government is we, the people. So inherently, these people at the top are telling you that the problem is we, the people. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, right? When these guys started with all these memes, with all these phrases to let you hate government, government this, government that, right? It was a calculated effort by these documents that were written by these conservative foundations. And the idea is this: government is we, the people. We all create government. We decide who is going to serve us, etc. So we are the ones who put them there. Now, we are a piece of that. When somebody starts to tell you government is a problem or government this or government this, they are neutering you. They're telling you you don't have the power. When they say we need to turn this over to the private sector, whenever you hear somebody talking like that, it means they want you to turn it over to the autocrat. Who is the private sector and who does the private sector? I'm not talking about free enterprise that all of us can do our own businesses, etc. When they say turn it over, they mean turn it over to that same person you were talking about there, Jack. Corporate personhood, right? Remember what these guys did. The corporations have become a person, and that's not figuratively, that's literally. A corporation has an existence as a human being in our society. When you sue a corporation, you don't sue the president and the vice president and the different people in the corporation. So a corporation can effectively do wrong by its board of directors, etc. And who gets sued? The corporations. And that theology has been used for a whole lot of stuff. People going in and raiding the economies out of corporations and let that corporation go bankrupt. So you steal from the corporation. You ever heard of Bain's Capital? The thing that Mitt Romney used to run? What did they do? They raid corporations, and after they raid it, that individual entity gets to claim bankruptcy and stiff all the people that they owe. And the person who robbed that corporation is scotch-free because the one who robbed them was the corporations. And all we did was get the spoils of what that corporation got for us. It's a little bit complicated. That's one of the things that we try to do here. But I want everybody to understand this. The calculation, as Jack was talking about, was put into existence by the Powell memo and all these actually it's before that, but the Powell memo kind of put it all together as how do we maintain that? How do we maintain that people isolate themselves from government and somehow buy into the fallacy that an individual corporation, the private sector, who has no democracy, can somehow do better for you or have your better interest at hand over the interests of those who invest in that corporation. Again, people, understand this. Yesterday, I spoke about, when Donald called in, I spoke about an article that I'm writing about the fraud that is our economic system. And I haven't had the time to sit down and spend the amount of time necessary to do it in the right way, because what I come out with, you guys have to pick it up and corroborate what I'm saying to say, okay, Egberto is not full of crap. Everything that he says here, I can actually see. Because you see, they rob us in plain sight because they've already trained us to be robbed. They already trained us to be taken advantage of. Whenever you say government is not the problem, government is not the solution, it's the problem, they have already taken away your pride. They have already told you that, wait a minute, you are too dumb to have government. So therefore, it is we, those people who have, as Jack said, capital, the defense industrial complex, the healthcare industrial complex, the drug industrial complex, the hospital industrial complex, all these private sector entities that rip you off. You go to get an x-ray and it costs $1,000. Well, if you may not pay, but your HMO does. That's those people out there that claim they are the solution. Remember that. Remember, we, the people, we can choose to do better. We ourselves can say, we are going to elect people who are going to serve us.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.